This is a commercial access control system, fingerprint, card, and a magnetic lock. All of it rests on one controller. No cloud, no method fee. It opens and locks itself back up. And watch this. I plugged the internet. It still works. I'm Yuwen. I source hardware out of China and test it all together before it ships. So installers don't open 3 boxes and find all the parts don't talk to each other. This video isn't a step-by-step build. It's a look at what a system like this can actually do and why it's worth having someone to test it for you first. Let's go. Most access systems make you depend on a cloud. No internet, no entry. This one doesn't. It runs completely standalone on a board. And if a client wants phone control, you add it to your home system, you call it. Cloud's an option here, not a requirement. Here's the shape of it, and I will keep this quick. The point isn't to teach you every wire, and to show you how little there's to it. If 3 connections, 112-volt supply feeds everything. The keypad talks to controller over 2 data wires. That's Wiegand. It's the access standard since the 80s. And the lock runs through one relay. That's the whole circuit. No soldering, no customer boards. Enrolling a fingerprint or card is just a few button presses on the keypad. Every panel does it a bit differently. It's all in the menu. And honestly, if the menu fits you, just take a photo and send it to Claude. It will turn a mess into exact steps. The wiring and the enrollment are the easy, boring part. The interesting part is what the controller does with it. Inside the controller, there's a little web page. That's its brain, and the logic is that simple to follow, only if you never touch it yourself. Someone scans the finger or card, the keypad sends out a code. The controller catches that code and you save it with a name. This code is the manager's fingerprint. Then one root ties it all together. If the code comes in, open the lock relay. With 3 seconds, close it again. Finger, open, relock. And here's one neat trick that matters for installers. The lock is fail-safe. It needs power to stay locked. Normally that means bulkier wiring, but one checkbox and the controller flips the logic instead. So the whole thing fits in a small distribution box. Little things like that are the difference between a demo and something you can actually install. Cut the internet. And the door still works. So does the dashboard. Right here on the local network. That's a baseline. You hand over and walk away from, and if they want more, the cloud's still there to add. But some clients want more. Remote control from a phone. Alerts. A log of who came and when. Schedules. That's where home assistant comes in. And I'll be straight about the course. It needs a small server running around the clock. A little box someone keeps alive. Not every job needs that. But when a client does, and they host it builds on as an actual layer. It doesn't disturb the standalone core underneath. The controller shows up in Home Assistant on its own. and relay right there on the dashboard. From there, the smart stuff is just plain English, not a coder. Ask Claude, or describe what I want. Bust my phone if a door opens after 8 p.m. Pace it in. It's live. It's 10:49. I open the door. My phone buzzes. That's how it bows on. 2 honest notes, pin codes. I want to type a code, door opens too, but on this firmware. I type the code comes in as fragments, and only the last piece lands. There is a more elegant fix on different firmware. I tested it and it works, but it would mean rebuilding the whole thing in code my client couldn't maintain. So I shipped the fingerprint and the card that just work, and the pin stays its own project, knowing which fix someone can live with after I've gone home. That's a real job. Second, the garage door. Same controller, one more relay. It opens and closes today, making it open only for the red vehicle. That's what I'm building and testing next. You put a Yuwen chef tag on the windshield. It's the same Wiegand idea. Just point it at the car, and I'm not going to show it to you until it actually runs on my bench. That's a rule. I demo what works. So that's the system: fingerprint, card, a fail-safe lock, working with or without a network. Here's why an installer could come to me instead of doing it alone. Every part of this is made in China. I can order almost any electronic parts and have it in 2 days. Cheap, customized if I ask. But from the outsider, it's a war. Another language, menus that fetch you. And I know where to know which parts actually work together until 3 boxes show up and you are stuck. I live on the side of that wall. You tell me the job, I source the parts, I test the whole thing on my bench, and I ship you a kit that already works. With the diagram and the config sorted, you're not buying a box, you're buying the hours I already spent. Links below. I'm Yuwen, this is FeedCurrent. See you in the next one.